Alrighty, everybody. Hello, hello. What is going on, everyone? Welcome. How's everybody doing today? I hope I find everybody well, and I hope everyone's in a good mood and ready for some fun today. So what is going on? Let's talk a little bit about what we're doing. Today should be a good time. Today should be a fun time with a brand new release. It is Sunday, December 1st, 2019. That is right, everyone. It is a fresh new month of new content to end the year right. Some holiday-themed fun, of course, this month coming up, which I hope you guys are excited for. I love the holidays, so I hope that you guys are in a festive and fun, positive mood today. Today we're doing a new release, which is always a good feeling, right? It's always a great feeling to be playing a brand new game and checking it out on stream and seeing what it's all about. Of course, we kind of know what this one's all about. If you've played the first two games or watched my playthroughs of the first two games, you'll have a gist of what is going on in this one. So today, ladies and gentlemen, we are starting my playthrough of Shenmue 3. That is right, the third Shenmue, the game that people waited a ridiculously long time to happen. A lot of people debated whether it would ever happen, considering the fact that the game was basically in limbo forever. It was in rumors that it was in development, then it got canceled, and then finally it got kind of rescued by crowdfunding, the era of crowdfunding, which has changed quite a lot when you really think about it. How crowdfunding has made so many different games, different things, projects viable that maybe previously were never going to happen. And I actually remember it was a few E3s ago when they had this big announcement that Shenmue 3 is now up for crowdfunding and everyone pledged to make this game happen, right? Now, the Shenmue series, one of the most applauded series on the Sega Dreamcast. Like, everyone rants and raves about how good Shenmue is. And I never really knew about how good Shenmue was because I didn't play it ever. Like, I never played it before. And then when the Shenmue HD collection was created and released, I gave it a shot. And quite frankly, I thought the game was very interesting. You could definitely see how people call it the predecessor to Yakuza. It basically feels like Yakuza. You're running through an open world city, you're talking with all these people, dialogue trees to get mini missions that open up, and then there's combat, sometimes in the streets, sometimes randomly inside of like a building. It's quite interesting in that regard. And I definitely like the game a lot and had fun with it, but of course, these were launch games on the Dreamcast. Well, not launch games on the Dreamcast, but these were games for the Dreamcast back in the day. So you definitely see how dated, the voice acting. It sounded like someone was inside of a tin can when they were talking. The graphics obviously monstrously outdated, even updated for HD. They still didn't look very good. And, also the fact that the game didn't have fast travel. The game had a day-to-night system where basically, like, when it was daytime or nighttime, you could only do certain things. If you didn't do the right things during the right days, then you would be very limited with what you could get done. And it was, you could run out of time and actually fail the game, which was kind of interesting and unique, but obviously annoying if you're trying to play a game for the first time. You don't know exactly what you're supposed to be doing each day, right? Now you get annoyed, like, I didn't get this stuff done today. I was supposed to get done, and now I failed the game, right? So it definitely was an interesting premise, and then they expanded upon this with Shenmue 2. In Shenmue 2, they basically made it so that there were some better things, some additions, whether, traveling around made it a little bit easier. I believe saving the game became a lot easier. You could pass time. Oh, that's right. That was a huge addition in Shenmue 2. A huge addition in Shenmue 2, where you could actually pass time, which you couldn't do in the first game. You had to, kill time doing boring filler shit. But in Shenmue 2, you could actually pass time to when the next event was happening, right? So, I would say it was definitely a mixed bag, especially for someone who maybe had never played the Shenmue games before. It's cool to experience them, but at the same time, it was kind of like, well, they're not amazing, but you can't understand how other games came from that franchise. You know what I mean? And so now, fast forward to the present, where Shenmue 3 has been made. You might be saying, well, what's it going to be? Well, from all reports, this game is pretty much going to be identical to Shenmue 2. I know that might be like, huh? It's the same game? Apparently, yeah. Apparently what they were trying to do is make this game kind of be an homage to those who played Shenmue 1 and 2 and make it feel like just, oh, it's a new game. You know, the plot continues, the characters are in a better voice acting and better graphics, but definitely the same style of game. So if you watched my playthroughs of Shenmue 1 and 2 and you really liked those playthroughs, I think you're really going to enjoy Shenmue 3. In fact, I'm looking forward to this because if it is more of the same, I really enjoyed Shenmue 1 and 2. Even though, again, they were kind of outdated, they were slow-paced, and frankly, I needed your help. Just to be honest, I needed your help to get through it because I didn't exactly know what I was supposed to be doing half the time. I still had fun with it. So I'm hoping that this game will be more of the same like that and that you guys will enjoy the playthroughs as well, regardless of the fact that if, you know, it may not be the best, the absolute best gameplay and riveting stuff every single moment. I think we're still going to have a good time, okay? By the way, hello, Super Blind Man. How's it going? And thank you, Adrenaline Dragon. Adrenaline Dragon has helped me out with games over the years, and he says he's going to be around to help me out with Shenmue 3 here if I have questions or whatever. So that's good because I'm probably going to have tons of questions about what the hell I'm supposed to be doing in this game, especially if it does play out, you know, kind of like almost an outdated game. So it should be good. 4 hours today, the premiere of Shenmue 3. I hope you guys are excited. I want to see what it turns out to be, if it is exactly how people have described it or not. Someone on the stream chat this morning said it's 40 hours long. Holy shnikes. The other Shenmues were not 40 hours long. Don't get me wrong, they were long. They weren't 40 hours long. So I guess we'll see how that turns out for the playthrough purposes. You know, I'm hoping that it'll be entertaining for you guys and fun, but, you know, 40 hours, whew. This may be an ongoing playthrough that we'll be doing for the entire month of December and quite frankly into January if this is the case. Okay, I guess we'll find out as we start playing the game and see exactly what it entails. Fair enough. Actually, still says actually it's not 40 hours long. It's shorter than Shenmue 2. Well, if that's the case, then we'll probably won't be beating it, you know, playing it all of December. The way I'm approaching the game is that it is going to be a major playthrough of mine for this coming week. I'll probably have it as the main gameplay stream at least 2 times, if not maybe 3 times. All right, but it's not going to be the main gameplay stream forever. It really is going to depend on how you guys like it. If you guys are digging the game and you're like, man, this is a good game, let's keep it up, then I'll keep it as a main gameplay stream. But let's say I play it for like 2 weeks on and off as a main gameplay stream, but people lose interest, then maybe I'll switch it up for something else. I actually have many other things I could be working on. Notably, the Medieval Remaster that I've got sitting around over here that I haven't started yet. Some people have been asking for Need for Speed Heat. See, so there's definitely things I can do. There's definitely things that I can do in the interim. If this ends up not being a super popular playthrough or super interesting for you guys. And by the way, Vincent says, play Disney Classic. I am playing Disney Classic. I'm starting it this week. It's going to be a night stream. I'm going to start off trying out Aladdin and see how that turns out and go from there. Okay? All right, so good stuff. I'm excited for the premiere of Shenmue here today. I hope you guys are excited as well. Hopefully it turns out well. Okay? Later tonight, I'll be returning to Modern Warfare. I played this earlier this week, and I had fun with it. The good news is, with Modern Warfare, all the shenanigans of people trying to join my party and troll are fixed. Those things were completely fixed. No one can mess with your party anymore. That's great news, because that was one of my major complaints with the game at launch, is that how am I supposed to play this when every time I try to play, I got some troll coming in and in my party and screwing with the whole game. So at least in that regard, it appears it's been fixed. So that's great. I don't know, I don't know if it's going to continue to be as entertaining for you guys in the long term, but I played a session of it the other day. You guys seem to really like it, and I was like, all right, people like it, let's keep it up, right? I'm not going to deny people what they want. Give people what they want, all right? People want the Modern Warfare, you'll get the Modern Warfare, okay? So, more Modern Warfare tonight, and I certainly hope that you'll join me for that, because it's rage-filled, it's chaotic, but it's entertaining, right? And you guys are all about being entertained, right? And to be honest, I think I'm getting better at it. The more I'm playing it, I am getting better at it. I'm learning the maps a little bit more and everything. So, yeah, it should be fun. 2 hours on the late stream. Modern Warfare tonight. Hope to see you around 6:45 p.m. Pacific time for that, okay? Excuse me. Tomorrow, we're going to have a nice chill day tomorrow, everyone. Why? Because tomorrow's going to be 2 chill streams. It's going to be Pokemon Sword on the main gameplay stream. Playthrough that I very, very much have been enjoying. Having a ton of fun with this game every time I play it. And I'm looking forward to more tomorrow. And then the late stream tomorrow is going to be Minecraft. My weekly session of Minecraft. We're actually going back to it. Now, excuse me. Last week, Frenolith was the top contributor during our Minecraft stream. And he has not yet picked something for us to do in the game. As you remember, the top contributor is the person who picks if we're going to make something in the game for them, or if we're going to name something or whatever. I haven't heard anything yet. I think Frenolith is thinking about it. So hopefully we hear from him by tomorrow night, and we get a definitive answer on what he would like in the game, and we'll work on that on Monday night. If not, it'll be another chill stream, and some people have knocked around the idea that maybe this be an exploration stream where I just kind of look around the world and see if I can find some of the new stuff that's been added recently. I guess we'll see. Okay? Very nice. So that's going to be Monday. Tuesday I'm off from streaming, but I'll be back on Wednesday with the conclusion of Life is Strange 2. Yes, the game is finally finishing this week. I'll be concluding it on Wednesday. This week will be an interesting mix. I'm going to be doing PUBG again on Wednesday night. We're going to go back to Shenmue 3 for the second session on Thursday. And Thursday night, I'm trying to remember what I scheduled. I scheduled, I believe, the premiere of Aladdin on Thursday night. And then on Friday will be the continuation of Pokemon paired with, I believe I paired that with more Throwback Street Fighter. So, good stuff. Good stuff coming up. Hope you guys are excited for the fun stuff coming up. I am. And thank you. Thank you for all this. Now, I want to say something in celebration of Super Blind Man. All right? Super Blind Man is a blind gamer. He is one of my longest running fans. He's actually, I believe, one of the longest subs I've ever had here on Twitch. He's a supporter of the streams, and he's a really great guy. He's also a streamer himself, a content creator. And he had a big win recently, and I kind of want to celebrate that on the pre-stream because I think that he deserves the attention for the stuff that he does. So he's a streamer on Twitch, and he was having problems with Twitch because it seemed like with the new dashboard that they had rolled out, that Twitch had lost its accessibility. Like, he couldn't use his apps and stuff that he was using to do stuff on Twitch anymore. He had to have someone else essentially, like, do the stuff for him. And that's not good. If you're, a blind gamer, you want to be able to do all the stuff that everyone else can do. And especially because he had been able to do it. He's not asking for the world here. With the old version of the Twitch dashboard, right? He was able to run his own streams, to export video files. And it seemed with the new dashboard that they had, like, completely ruined that functionality almost. Like, they just weren't thinking whatsoever about accessibility for people who had already had it. And they removed that functionality. So he wrote up a really intelligent and really heartfelt blog post about it, basically saying this may be it for me in Twitch. Like, I may have to move on and not use Twitch anymore. Not that I want to, because I like using Twitch, but if they have no accessibility, what am I supposed to do, right? Well, Twitch listened. They actually contacted him, got his feedback, and the great news is Twitch is now accessible. They changed the dashboard so that now he can use it. So now anyone who was, a blind gamer who had this issue now can go back to, doing what, or just maybe new people now will have their eyes opened to the accessibility of Twitch and want to do it. And that's an amazing thing. That is an amazing thing that someone speaks up. And this is one of the things I have to applaud Twitch on. Twitch listens to their audience. Twitch changes. If people, have suggestions for improvement, or they feel that something's going awry or whatever, they will actively do stuff about it. Unlike YouTube, that will literally ignore your ass. And be like, oh, that's great. That's great to hear. We don't care, I hate to say it, that's just kind of always been YouTube's attitude. Twitch seems to be different, and that's one of the things I love about Twitch. It's really cool. So, congratulations to Super Blind Man. That is an amazing feat to be listened to by a major company, and to have them update their whole business, to be more accessible. That's it must feel great, So I want to say thank you, or not thank you, but congratulations to Super Blind Man on that, because that is a really awesome accomplishment, and he definitely deserves some extra recognition today for it. going above and beyond, right? For sight impaired gamers. That's really awesome that you did that, dude. Good stuff. So there you go. Just wanted to give a moment to him because he deserves it. Okay. So let's now move on. Let's see. We covered the schedule. Yes. So let's move on from the schedule portion of our stream. One big reminder, guys. Of course, I have to bring it up. The holiday event that's coming up, guys. The holiday event is coming up. It is the Christmas marathon that I do every single year. It's super fun. I enjoy it. And obviously, I don't want you to miss out on it. It's going to be the weekend before Christmas. I'll be dressed up in holiday attire. I'll be drinking, and I'll be doing a marathon of gaming. I don't know the exact date yet, but I will actually let you guys know when I do schedule it formally. But you need to nominate games for it. All right, right now I'm trying to formulate the games that will be played in said event. And the more games that you nominate, the better this event will be. So please, nominate games. Nominate, and nominate some more. All right? How do you do that? Type !marathon into the stream chat. That will bring up the link in the stream chat for you to nominate the games. Okay? So please do so. Also, it is a new month. No crap, right? Like you guys don't know that. It's a new month, and because it's a new month, we're going to have a new sub goal here on the streams. You might say, well, what the hell is the new sub goal? Well, the new sub goal is going to be the return of the Viewer's Choice event. The Viewer's Choice event is an event where the viewers get to pick a game for me to do a full playthrough of based on your nominations and voting, okay? And this event will take place more than likely either late January or February, because once we get the whole sub event going, usually it takes a week or two for us to hit the sub goal. Then the people have to nominate. Then people have to vote. Okay, so it will happen. What game will it be? Who knows? You guys have picked some real wild games over the years for Viewer's Choice. You've got me into new genres I never played before. It's been pretty awesome. Whenever I do Viewer's Choice, we usually get a lot of good participation, and I usually get my eyes opened to like a whole new genre of gaming sometimes because of the stuff that you guys pick. So, I'm not exactly sure what you guys are going to choose, but I am excited to see what ends up happening with this event. So, why is the sub goal not in effect yet? Because you might be looking at the top of the screen and be like, I don't see anything about a sub goal. For a couple very good reasons. The first is because I don't know what to set the sub goal at, and the second is because we're losing subs currently, all right? And you may be saying, well, why are we losing subs? Well, it's because this happens at the beginning of every month. Typically what happens is there was usually at the beginning of every month there's like a surge in subs where I'll get like a bunch of subs extra on top of what I would normally get, okay? And so the subs usually go up, but then they dip. So every month we get this natural kind of dipping of subs right at the beginning of the month. And the last thing I would want to do right now is be like, okay, we're at like 660 subs, so let's make 700 subs to go for the month. And then within a week, I lose a ridiculous amount of subs, and now it's completely unattainable for me to reach it. You see what I mean? That would be pretty dumb of me to do that. So I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hold off a minute here. And what I'll probably do is wait until maybe the end of this week coming up, and then I'll set the subs goal based on more realistic expectations, okay? So that way no one's disappointed, no one's pissed off, and everyone's happy, okay? So that's probably what I'm gonna do. So let's give it a few days. Let's wait till maybe I come back from my break. Let's see how the subs are going, if they've dipped or whatever. And then once we finally get a good idea of where the subs are at, right? Then and only then will I set up the sub goal for the month, okay? Don't worry, I'm going to make it realistic. I'm going to make it attainable. I'm not going to do some insanely over-the-top, sub goal that's not reachable. I want to make it be fun for everyone. I don't want it to be, oh, there's zero chance that we'd ever hit this. I mean, what's the point then, right? Okay, so that's the deal. Let's move on. Oh, my God, my stupid throat. Let's move on to the second segment of the pre-stream. The second segment of the pre-stream is, of course, everyone's favorite segment, the gratuitous plugs. I know you guys are so into the gratuitous plugs. As you know, I joke. No one likes to be advertised to. I don't like to be advertised to, but it is a necessary evil of being someone who operates a business. You have to advertise, right? So, thank you for understanding, everyone. So, ladies and gentlemen, I've been a content creator for 11 years. I used to be a full-time YouTuber. I did it as a hobby for 2.5 years. Then I turned it into a job for a while, which was quite nice, full-time for many years. And then the advertisement bubble burst on YouTube, and I ended up having to do burping. I had to burp, and it was really disgusting. No, I ended up doing full-time live streaming. As a, for my job for the past about almost 3 years at this point now, and it's been, definitely there's been highs and lows. There's been ups and downs, to this whole ride that I've been doing. And in the modern era here, the modern day, I rely pretty much almost entirely on crowdfunding support from you guys on the streams to make ends meet. It's not like the old days where it used to be, ad revenue on YouTube was great, and I was able to make a ton of money, with just people watching my videos on YouTube with the ads and everything. It's the complete and polar opposite of that today. I make almost nothing on YouTube at all, and the vast majority of my support and income comes from the live streams, okay? So please understand that, okay? And please understand that, any support that you lend during a live stream is a super duper amount of help, and I'm super appreciative of it. However, I will say this up front before we even start describing ways that you can contribute. Even though your contributions are greatly appreciated and matter-of-factly keep stuff going around here, all right? They are not mandatory. I'll repeat that. Contributions are not mandatory, okay? You could come and hang out with me. I'm happy. I'm perfectly happy to just have people come chill with me on a daily basis. It's not about making a paycheck. It's not about, doing that. I never wanted it to be about that. In fact, for 2.5 years, I made gameplay videos on YouTube without ever making $1 doing it. It was my hobby. And then finally, I ended up turning it into a job when I lost my office job unexpectedly. Thank God I had that to fall back on. What luck I had, right? To have that. But, it's all about us having fun, chilling, me sharing my honest gameplay opinions on games that I'm playing with all of you, having a good time. It's not about, quotas and money and views and stuff like that. It's just not, all right? I've never been like that. But, matter-of-factly, if you want to support the stream, you can via one of the following methods that I am about to describe, okay? So first of all, I do have a Patreon, and I want to say thank you to anyone who in the month of November pledged to my Patreon, okay? That's really awesome of you. I have a running Patreon campaign, excuse me, where people pledge at patreon.com/darksidephil, and depending on what you pledge, you earn personal perks, okay, which is really cool. People who pledged in November, FYI, I got to give it about a day. It takes about a day for for Patreon to process those pledges. And then within a day or two, I should be able to contact you about your perks. So, most of you will be hearing from me very shortly on how to get said perks, okay? And you will be getting them soon. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check it out for yourself. Patreon.com/darksidephil. Like I said, give it a look, and you can get some pretty cool perks on there for being a pledgee, all right? In addition to that, I have a merchandise shop over on Teespring at teespring.com/stores/DSPGaming. All kinds of fun merch. We're talking hoodies, sweatshirts, mugs, and the like, stickers. And right now, this time of year, you might want to think about a hoodie or a sweatshirt, because it is cooler in many places in the world, especially right here in Washington State where I live. It is definitely, the temperatures have cooled down dramatically. My chin itches. So give it a look. Consider maybe getting something, especially it's the holidays, right? You might want to think about getting something for yourself or for somebody else. And thanks for even considering it. It's a cool collectible. I own a bunch of them. They're very high quality. I can definitely attest to that because I myself own a bunch of, stuff off the Teespring store. It's not just me saying that. Okay, but, ladies and gentlemen, very matter-of-factly, if you are here live on the stream, you may want to consider contributing via a way that's going to get you some attention and recognition on the stream, right? It's great to contribute. It's great to feel good about it. But at the same time, maybe you want to get a little bit of attention and recognition for yourself, which I totally understand. So you can do that if you either cheer with bits, you subscribe to the channel, or you tip me. Okay, if you do any of those three things during the course of today's stream, I will give you a shout out. Okay. In addition to the shout out, on the top of your screen, you may see a stream stats leaderboard. This is a leaderboard that tracks things like the top cheerer and top tipper, and I automatically will periodically update that during the course of the stream to give extra recognition to those who are contributing as well. Man, my throat is really screwed up today. It's pissing me off. There we go. That's a little better. So yeah, good stuff. Now, in addition to that, there's another leaderboard. This leaderboard is automatically run by Twitch, not by me, and this tracks top cheerers of the week, as well as people who have gifted subscriptions for the week, okay? That one is right integrated into your stream chat, so you can give that one a look as well. Give it 1 second, guys. I'm going to open up my office window a little bit more. It's feeling a little bit stuffy in here. There we go. Get a little bit more cool air in here, although it may end up being too cool. It's actually very cloudy here today. There's no sun outside. So usually in the office we'll heat up during the afternoon because of the sun, but there's no sun today. So I guess we're going to see how it goes here. Okay, so what was I saying? That's right. I was saying that there was an integrated leaderboard here on Twitch as well. So lots of ways for you to get recognition. FYI, today is Sunday. It's the last day of the week per Twitch's guidelines, meaning as of tomorrow, Monday morning, those automatic leaderboards actually update. They update automatically to reset. So as of today, if you cheer or you gift a sub, you'll be tracked on that leaderboard, and I'm going to give you a shout out in just a moment here on the pre-stream for your contributions. However, as of tomorrow, those will reset to 0. Just an FYI, okay? So it's your last chance for the week. If you want to actually get up on that leaderboard and get recognized, it's your last chance to do so. All right. So, a few things. First of all, you may be wondering, geez, Phil just mentioned a million things. He said Patreon. He talked about Teespring. He talked about sharing, subbing, tipping. What's the best way to contribute if I really want to help Phil the most? And the answer to that is very simple. Tipping me. Tipping me helps me more than anything right now, because when you tip me, I get those funds immediately, and I can put those towards things I need to put them towards. In particular, bills, and now with the year end coming, taxes. Having to pay my tax attorney to do the tax work, and then actually paying the taxes, okay? So, if you contribute today and you have a choice of the method at which you can contribute, please tip me if you can. Tipping me is the way to go. Tipping me helps more than anything right now. I do appreciate anyone who does contribute in any way, but tipping will be, basically better for me. All right. Now, a couple things about tipping. First of all, you tip by taking a look below the stream. Below the stream, there is a button that says Tips Jar. Okay, you can click on said button to go to my PayPal tips page. If you don't see the button, you can type !tip into the stream chat, and that will do exactly the same thing. All right, it'll bring you up to the tips page. So a few things about tipping. First of all, you don't need a credit card. Excuse me, you don't need a credit card. Yes, you do. You don't need a bank account in order to tip, is what I meant to say. You don't need a bank account to tip. That's a misconception about tipping completely. You can actually just use a debit or credit card in order to tip me. You don't need a PayPal account that's linked to a bank account and is a big elaborate process. However, I should be upfront about this. It's not available all the time depending on how you do it. And I know that sounds really weird. So what I found is that for some odd reason, the option to tip via credit card or debit card or whatever it may be doesn't always show up. I don't know why it doesn't. I know that's stupid. I agree with you if you think it's stupid. I don't know why, but that's just the case. What I've noticed is sometimes if you're on the desktop website, okay, it'll show up a lot more often than if you're on a mobile version of the site. Don't ask me why. It doesn't make much sense, does it? But that's the deal. That's how it's been working anyway. So, what I've noticed is you go on your phone, nothing, go on a desktop. Oh, look, there's all these options. MasterCard, Visa, Discover, American Express. So if you're looking to tip, you don't want to use your bank account, please consider, looking into doing a different method there, okay? Via the desktop. Now, in addition to that, being also very upfront and honest with all of you guys, sadly, there's a group of people on the internet who are very screwed up people. They're not good people. They're messed up in the head, and they like to hurt others. It is their intention to hurt other people. And what they will do is they will watch live streams, and they will look for people who contribute, and they're going to try to get your information. It's not just live streams, by the way. It's everything on the internet. Anyone who can get your information will try. I try to look out for my viewers and let you guys know that, sadly, people have malicious intentions out there. So if you're planning on contributing today, in particular, if you're planning on tipping me, I strongly recommend that you consider tipping anonymously or making up a name that's not really yours. Essentially, do not use your real information, all right? Be anonymous, make up a joke name. That way, no one will know it's you and can associate it with you or your real-life persona. That way, no one can try to get your info and do anything nasty to you, okay? I hate to say it, people have done this before. So that's why I'm just looking out for my fans and viewers, all right? Fair enough? Alrighty then. Now, the next segment of the pre-stream is the rules segment. We're going to talk a little bit about my rules here on stream, my philosophy as being a streamer. I have to follow 2 sets of rules as a live streamer here on Twitch TV. The first is the actual rules of Twitch.tv, right? The actual rules that they've laid out that everyone needs to abide by and follow. So please understand that I can't just say and do whatever the heck I want on a stream. I have to follow all the rules here on Twitch. So there you go. Now, I have another set of rules, my own set of rules that I follow, okay? These rules are to maintain a certain kind of vibe around the stream. Please allow me to explain. I feel that the purpose of my streams should be that people can leave the chaos, the drama, the toxicity, and the annoyingness of their real lives. They come to my streams to relax, to have some fun, right? To have a good time in general, right? Just to enjoy themselves and not to be bombarded with a bunch of toxic nonsense, with a bunch of stuff that's annoying and frustrating. That's kind of the whole deal with coming to my streams. All right? That being said, I feel that there's a few things that if we were to bring up on my streams that they would make this kind of a weird, almost toxic environment in a lot of ways, okay? And that's why I don't allow discussion of them on my streams. The first would be topics that people basically cannot seem to agree on, and every single time that we talk about them, people get angry with each other and upset. They can't look at something from another person's point of view. And those topics are the politics. No. The topics are politics and religion. Not the topics are the politics. The topics are politics and religion, okay? Seems to me, whenever we get into a discussion about politics or religion, people cannot see from another person's perspective. In fact, if you don't see from their perspective, you can get very stubborn and angry. And it's funny because you'll be on a gameplay stream, all of a sudden people start talking about politics and religion. Everyone's angry with each other. It's like, wait a minute, what the hell happened here? Like, I thought we were all having a good time. I thought this whole stream was supposed to be us having a good time, having fun. Next thing you know, everyone's pissy with each other. Like, what the hell happened here, right? So that's why I don't really allow those topics as topics of discussion, because I don't want the stream to become this big, angry environment, all right? Just being honest here. Now, if I'm playing a game where there is politics and religion as part of the game, which I've done before. In fact, a few games this year, I say Dragon Quest Builders 2 and Outer Worlds just recently had topics of politics and religion as a major focus of the what was going on in said games, all right? Then we can talk about it, and we can talk about it as long as it's in the context of the game. But the last thing I want is my stream to become a place where people are getting on their soapbox, they're talking about Brexit, they're talking about Trump, you know what I mean? That would not be good. People are coming here to escape those topics, not to be talking about that stuff that you're already bombarded with, off the stream constantly. Fair enough? All right, so that's one thing that we don't do. It's against the rules. Now, in addition to that, there's another topic that I feel, sadly, is just counterproductive, and so that topic is the fact that there are many people on the internet who don't like me for various reasons, and they basically ride my coattails, steal my content on a daily basis, do whatever they can to defamate me, right? Defame me, defamate. That's a combination of defame and defecate, right? Well, no, because defamation is the word. Actually, now I'm interested. Do they defame or do they defamate? I don't think I've ever. Wow. Well then, well, whatever it may be. They do this to me on a daily basis, okay? They illegally restream my content without permission. They, make fun of me. They insult my family, including my wife, who has nothing to do with my streams or content. And the reason they do this is because it gets shock value views and it makes the money on YouTube. And I want to wholeheartedly tell you, it's all YouTube doing this. YouTube allows this kind of behavior. YouTube promotes this kind of behavior. YouTube is a very toxic place, which is why I don't focus on YouTube anymore. It's why I only use YouTube as an archive for my content. I don't actively do anything for them anymore because that place has fallen apart and become a really messed up, disgusting place. Just being honest with all of you. That's why I don't want to deal with them anymore. So, that being said, please understand that. Please understand that if you bring up the people who are doing this to me, all you're doing is giving them exactly the attention that they're looking for. That's exactly what they want. They are dying for you to bring up the fact that they exist, that they did something nasty, whether it's to me, whether it's to one of my viewers, trying to dox a viewer and stuff like that. That's exactly what they want. The moment you bring it up on stream, you've given them that attention, that iota of attention that they're seeking, right? And I know it's tough, especially if someone's actively doing something and you want to, maybe you have the best of intentions. You're trying to make me aware that's happening. The bottom line is I don't care, all right? The truth of the matter is I'm well aware these people exist. I know that they're doing horrible things to me and my family and everyone on a daily basis. They do it for personal gain. They have no morality whatsoever. They're breaking the law on a daily basis every single time that they're either restreaming me or they're doing one of these things. They are literally breaking the law every time they do it, and they don't give a shit because they think they could get away with it because YouTube doesn't care. It sucks, but it's reality. So there's no reason to ever bring it up on my streams and give these people what they want. I don't want to give these people the attention that they're craving because they don't deserve it. And, it's just going to derail the stream. It's going to get people talking about stuff that has nothing to do with the chill vibe of the stream. Imagine someone's coming here, man, I had a really bad day. I'm coming to just unwind with Phil today. I just want to have a good time with him. Oh, look, everyone's talking about how someone is restreaming Phil and insulting him and calling his wife names. And now they're talking about politics and religion and arguing with each other. By the way, Phil's playing a game and having a good time, but it doesn't seem like anyone's even aware of that, right? And that's what I mean. Like, I don't ever want my streams to become all about this drama crap. Some people have streams that this is like all they do. Drama, drama, drama. Not me. After I mentioned it briefly on the pre-stream, I don't talk about it anymore. I want to get out of the way so you guys understand it's against the rules. Especially today we're doing a new release. Maybe some of you are here for the first time in a while. I just want to let you guys know what's going on so that there's no misconceptions. Okay? So thank you guys for understanding. I appreciate that very much. And let's now move on to the third and the final segment of my stream. This is the shout-out segment where I give credit to those who have contributed. And I say thank you to those who are supportive of the streams. I update the leaderboards a little bit, all right? So let's do it. We actually start off with BNES or BNES. I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce the name. Who subscribed to the channel overnight. Thank you very much to BNES for that new subscription overnight. As much appreciated. Wow. A nice disgusting belch. How about that? Ugh. Yes, so thank you, BNES, for the subscription. Hold on one second. My stupid phone. My stupid phone just went crazy. I hate when this happens. My phone's on the old side. Sometimes it vibrates and goes nuts. I apologize, guys. Okay. Overnight, Golden Colts did a significant amount of cheering. Like, I mean, really significant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think he did about 10 cheers all overnight, which is really awesome. So thank you very much, Golden Colts, for all that overnight support and cheering. That is much appreciated. All right. Shout out to Don't Call Me for Dinner 467. What a name. Who subscribed to the channel. Thank you very much. Don't Call Me for Dinner for the sub. I appreciate that very much. Also, Vincent9999 actually got the cheering started today. So I'm going to get Vincent up here on the leaderboard for the very first cheer of the day. Oops. Okay, hold on. That is 65 bits. All right. And Vincent says the following. Hold on. Oh, stupid thing. Okay. Vincent says the following. If you're having trouble on Disney Classic games, you can rewind just in case you made a bad move or something. Yeah, so with these Disney Classic games that I'm going to be playing, I didn't really know this, but apparently these games have now a rewind feature. So if you're sucking, right? If you're sucking, man, I'm really blowing it. I'm doing terrible. You can just rewind and keep playing. So I guess these Disney games are, you know, really tough. Let's be honest here. If you remember some of these games from back in the day, they're not easy, right? They're pretty difficult. And so I think what they did is they wanted to make these games accessible to a wide audience. If people of mainstream gamers today in 2019 were going to be buying these games, right? They were going to make it, they want to make it so that people can actually play the games. Not you bought it and now you can never beat the first stage. So I kind of understand why that exists. At the very same time, I mean, let's be honest here, that's kind of cheap. Obviously, if you're trying to play the game for the first time, you should have an element of challenge and not just be cheesing the game constantly. So I guess we'll see what happens when I play them. You know, I'm going to play, like I said, I'm playing Aladdin for the very first time. I've never played the Aladdin game. I'll be playing that for the very first time Thursday night. Lion King, I did play. Lion King I owned, and I played, and I actually mastered the game. I was able to beat it pretty much without getting hit. I would get angry. I got so good at the game that I would play through it, and if I actually got hit during my playing of it, I would get pissed off. And the reason being was because I loved Lion King so much. It was my favorite animated movie of all time. I actually saw it in theaters 3 times. Yeah, it's actually one of the movies. I saw Lion King and I saw Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring 3 times each in theaters. That's the most I've ever seen movies in theaters. Because I liked it so much. So, yeah, pretty cool. But I never played Aladdin at all. We'll see. Let's see what happens. And some people actually have said maybe that I should, instead of playing Aladdin this week, that maybe instead I should play Lion King, since that was the one I was good at. The thing is, I know Lion King's going to hand me my own asshole in a paper bag. I just know either game here is going to whoop my ass. I haven't played them in so long. But I actively don't think that I want to be like, oh, you know, I'm playing Aladdin and Lion King. Oh, I failed. Let me immediately rewind right away. I think that would be pretty stupid, you know? Like, I want to at least give it a shot to honestly beat it myself before I start cheesing the game. So let's see what happens, all right? Let's see what happens and go from there. That's how I think we should approach it. Rather than say, oh, immediately I think I'm going to cheese this game. Okay. Super Blind Man actually gifted a bunch of subs to the channel earlier, and that's kind of why I gave him a shout out when I did, because I had in mind that he had this big accomplishment on Twitch. So thank you to Super Blind Man. He gifted 5 subs and 1 sub bomb. 1 to Slacy Tron, 1 to Tanya Raven, 1 to Mr. Tipper 1, 1 to Camaro 56, and 1 to Hogwash. So congratulations to you guys on those gifted subs. I hope that you enjoy them and you appreciate them. Thank you very much again, Super Blind Man, for that support. Retro Jim did a 50-bit cheer, and he says, I'm a hardcore fan of Shenmue 1 and 2, but 3 is more for the fans. You may not dig it, because this isn't going to appeal to everyone. Right. Like I said, I really feel this game, from what people are telling me, this game was created for people who were big fans of 1 and 2. It feels like 1 and 2. It plays like 1 and 2. They didn't really update the game for modern audiences that much. They just wanted to make it a game that was like a love letter to those who've been waiting around for 15 years or whatever it's been to see this story continue. And that's okay, you know? That's perfectly fine. Although I do feel that some people may be disappointed because they're looking for more. They're looking for advancement, right? They wanted the plot to advance, and now they're not going to get said advancement because it seems like it's going to be the same game for this second time. So it is what it is. I personally don't mind it being the same. I've only just played those games last year in the HD collection, and I would say, like I said, 1 to 2, there were significant improvements in Yakuza, I almost said, wow, in Shenmue 2 from Shenmue 1. So, as long as it's in the same vein of Shenmue 2, I think we're going to have a good time with it. And again, like, if you guys are going to interact with me, help me out a little bit on the stuff that I'm not understanding, I think that's going to make it good. And, you know, these first 4 hours today should be particularly interesting. Super Blind Man gifted another sub, this time to Adrenaline Dragon. Congratulations to Adrenaline Dragon, and thanks again, Super Blind Man, for all the support today. Much appreciated. Excuse me. Okay. Eternal Napalm did a 300-bit cheer. That definitely is the biggest cheer of the day. Let me get you up on the leaderboard. Thank you very much, Eternal Napalm. I appreciate that. Let's see what he has to say. Hold on. Okay. You don't deserve the vitriolic hate that you get. You're a great streamer. Keep up the fun and positive gameplay. Thank you very much, Eternal Napalm. I appreciate that very, very positive message. Let's move on. Retro Jim cheered. He says, can we talk about my boy Jasper? What sort of shenanigans has he been getting into lately? This morning he tried to wake me up a couple times. Didn't work. I actually, I just kind of ignored him, and he didn't really wake me up too much. This morning he was just running around a little bit. He was in the office, actually, as I was setting up pre-stream here, and as I was starting to talk to you guys, he was in the office. He did indeed rub the Christmas decorations behind me, but he did not actually try to pull them down like he did the other day, which was good. Warning, everyone, bottle crunch alert, okay? Ready? Okay. So, yeah, he didn't try to pull them down, luckily, which was a good thing. He ran out of here. He always does this. He'll hang out with me. He wants to be in here because I opened my window. He likes to look out the front, at the front of the house and everything outside. He loves looking at the outside in an open window. And he'll hang out with me for a little bit, but as soon as I start talking to you guys and he realizes, oh, I'm not getting all the attention in here, he's out of here. And that's what happened. He was out here. He probably heard Cat making noise in the house, and he's like, well, Phil's not paying attention to me. I'm out of here, man. And he ran out the door. So, but in particular, yesterday someone asked me, are we going to be putting up our full Christmas tree this year? And I don't think we are. Jasper has been acting up a lot lately with the things that he's been doing around the house, whether going inside closets, going into our bamboo plants and drinking the water out of them and knocking stones out of them and knocking them all over the house. Constantly, whenever we're doing something downstairs on a countertop, he has to be up in it. I'm like, no, I'm trying to cook. I'm trying to, do something here. You leave me alone for a minute. And he won't. Like, he's really been up in everything in the house recently. So Kat and I talked about it, and I think we kind of decided, sadly, we're not doing the big Christmas tree this year. We're afraid that if we do it, he's going to be all up in the tree constantly, maybe jumping inside of the tree, and we don't want that. Number one, the tree is full of it's pre-lit, the tree, so it has lights in it. What if he jumps inside, bites a wire, and then zaps himself, right? It's horrible. I want to think of that. I don't want to put him at risk. And the thing is, it's one thing when we're home and to watch him. It's another thing entirely, say, if we go out and leave him at home with a big Christmas tree, and now he's tempted to do stuff without us being here, you see? So we kind of talked about it, and we're like, yeah, we're not going to put up the big tree this year. What we're going to do is we're going to go out and look and see what's out there for like a really small, inexpensive tree. They're very cheap. We saw one at the store the other day for less than $20. That was just a mini tree, like a 2-3 feet, just something to put in the front hallway. So we say we have a little Christmas tree or whatever, and maybe toss like 2-3 ornaments on it, just to have something. But that way there's no risk to Jasper, okay? So we'll see. We'll see what happens, but I don't think it looks like we're not putting up the big Christmas tree because of Jasper this year, all right? Maybe when Jasper starts to get older and he calms down as a cat and he's not super hyper like he is right now, we could look to putting up a big Christmas display again like we had for years, but probably not going to be able to do it right now. Okay, moving on. The Fuzzy0101 has resubscribed to the channel for 2 months. Says, hi guys. Thank you, Fuzzy, for the sub, and I appreciate the support. Eternal Napalm tipped me $2 to get the tipping going for today. And he says, keep up the great content. I love your streams. Thank you very much, Eternal Napalm. I appreciate that very much. Oops. So Eternal Napalm is both the top tipper and the top cheerer of today. Thank you. Okay, Hogwash. Just cheers. I've noticed you have a lot of phlegm in your throat recently. Is it a change in the weather? There's been an outbreak of African swine flu. No, there's no such thing as African fucking swine flu in Washington State, I hate to tell you. This happens with me from time to time. It has to do with change of weather. It has to do with the heat being on in the house. It has to do with the amount of streaming that I'm doing, the kind of sleep I'm getting. There's a million factors involved. As I'm getting older, I'm noticing, because I talk all day, yes, my throat is more susceptible to having issues. There's nothing you can do about that as you get older, and when you're talking constantly all day, it happens. Maybe one day I won't have to talk 6 days a week for, 8 to 10 hours a day, and then it'll get better, right? In particular, I can tell you guys, on my days off, when I'm not here streaming all day and talking, my throat's better. It doesn't bother me at all. It's only when I have to be here talking that I really have these issues. But that's my job, right? So it is what it is. It's not a big deal. And, if it gets to the point where it's horrible, I can take medicine for it. I can use a lozenge. Right now, it's not that bad. It's just a little annoying. Because of my postnasal drip, it, bothers me on and off. I have to clear my throat. There's nothing I can do about it. If I don't, I'll start coughing. Okay? Okay, 2 Bar King did a 100-bit cheer. Thank you very much, 2 Bar King. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. Richard Link cheered. He says, as a true fan, not a detractor, does that make me a tractor? No, it does not make you a tractor. That's ridiculous. Mr. Tipper cheered. He says, I noticed you made some detractor memes and emotes. You steal their power. Why don't you do that? Oh, my God. Why not do that with your wife memes? Well, I don't even know what you mean, because here's the thing, Mr. Tipper. I don't watch negative content. The only reason that I know that memes exist is because people will come in here and constantly repeat them. So, for example, people come in and say, why am I toxic? And I see it the first time, I don't know what that means. Then they repeat it ad nauseum for 6 straight months. It's pretty obvious that there's a meme about it somewhere. Come to find out, it was me playing Dark Souls. I guess I yelled when I got to Blight Town and I got poisoned or toxic, status on me. And I yelled out, why am I toxic, right? So, for a while it was just annoying. And then I said, you know what? What the hell? Own the meme. Turn it into an emote. Let people say it. It loses its power. And now no one cares about it anymore. That's the truth. People every once in a while will say it. But the truth of the matter is that, it's not a big deal anymore. It's not, you can't take a jab at me saying it when I allow you to say it and I promote it by using an emote. See what I mean? The frogs. Earlier this year, for some reason, people came in here and started posting up frogs, talking about frogs, using this frog meme. I don't know what the hell it is or where it came from. I said, screw it. It doesn't seem very harmful, at all. I don't see how frogs are harmful to my streams. So I put multiple frog emotes into the stream. Told everyone, go ahead, frog it up to your heart's content. They did. And now there's no problems with the frogs. Everything's fine. And in fact, I would say the frogs have calmed down dramatically because people don't use them that much anymore. Every once in a while, we get an outbreak in the stream chat, a frog fiesta. But outside of that, it usually doesn't happen that much. Okay? Now, there's a difference. And the thing is, if you don't understand this difference, you're an incredibly immature and, quite frankly, just a dumb person. There is a difference between a meme about me or just a silly meme that's harmless versus something that's insulting to my fucking wife. How do you not understand this as a difference, right? You have to be a brain-dead, unintelligent moron to think that there's no difference between insulting me, the person who puts himself out publicly on the internet on a daily basis to be insulted. I'm the one who chooses to live stream every day and make myself culpable and susceptible to all of this, okay? That's me. That's my choice. Therefore, if you insult me, whatever. But if you're going out of your way to insult my wife, who has nothing whatsoever negative at all towards anyone on the internet, she only appeared in, 3 streams? I think there were 2 Q&A streams she was here for, and the Halloween stream last year. I've posted up a handful of pictures of us together on social media. She basically has nothing whatsoever to do with my stream content at all. All right? Why would you then make a negative meme or an insult about her? You want to know why? Because you're a fucked up individual. There's no other reason. It's not funny. It's meant to basically be insulting to a person who has never done anything to you. Again, you can argue you don't like me. I've done horrible things over the years. I deserve the hate I get. Fine. My wife has done nothing. And for you to bring it up makes you a disgusting, immoral, horrible human being. Period. There's no justification. There's no exception to the rule. She's done nothing wrong. For you to do that means you are fucked up. Period. Okay? It's that simple. So that's the difference, Mr. Tipper. The fact you don't get that means that you're pretty dumb. I'm sorry, but you are really fucking dumb if you don't understand the difference between an innocent bystander who has nothing to do with me, right, or my content on the internet. Yes, is she married to me? Yes. Do we have a private life together that's amazing? Yes. Do I bring it up every once in a while casually in conversation? Of course I do. Does she have anything to do with the content of my gameplay streams? No. Should she be held accountable for things that I've done wrong? No. So why the fuck would you make a meme up about her? Because you're an idiot. That's why. So there's your answer. Okay. GL has resubscribed to the channel for 29 months and says, good to see that you're playing Shenmue. I'm about 50% into the game now. I feel like this is so nostalgia-based, it might actually be the best Dreamcast game of 2019. Hopefully you catch my drift. I guess what you're saying is, it plays like a game on the Dreamcast. Hey, if it plays like Shenmue 1 and 2, the HD versions that I played last year, then I think I'm going to like the game. So, pretty cool. Hogwash did a 50-bit cheer and says, African swine fever is in the U.S. I wasn't making it up. Well, I don't have African swine fever. I've had throat issues on and off for about, I'd say, probably the last 3 to 4 years. You know, I've noticed as I get older, and by the way, I'm now talking and streaming more than ever before. When I used to be a YouTuber who didn't live stream all the time, I would basically take breaks, which I can't do when I'm live streaming. I take one break a stream to stop talking. I had way more days off back then, right? More time off. I can't do that anymore. It is what it is, you know? Stop it. The Clinton Foundation, what the hell? The Clinton Foundation tipped me $5, says, you're a Russian spy. I've reported you to Hillary Clinton, and the Clinton Foundation death squad will make you disappear. Sure sounds pretty political to me. One of these conspiracy theories. Thanks for the tip. I'll get you up on the leaderboard here. Top tipper of the day, but I'm certainly not going to address that. Nor will I address whether I am part of a clandestine organization, because that's none of your business, okay? I'm just saying. All right, what I'd like to do now, I would like to give shout-outs to the people who were the top cheers of the week and the top sub gifters of the week, because this is the last chance to do so, because those leaderboards are actually going to reset overnight and go to 0 tomorrow morning. All right? So, thank you very much to the following people who were very supportive with cheers this week. In 10th place, actually, it's a tie for 9th place between Timbo Slice and Retro Jam. In 7th place, it's a tie between Insomniatic Me and Mr. Papavero. Then we have in 6th place, PW Dubs. In 5th place, 2-Bar King. In 4th place, Accio Artorias. In 3rd place, Golden Cult. In 2nd place, Delancius. And in 1st place, Frenolith. So thank you guys very much for all of your support. I appreciate that very much. All that cheering this week helps tremendously. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, for the top sub gifters of the week, first of all, again, I want to give a shout out to that Anonymous who I know gifted subs this week but doesn't show up on this leaderboard for some reason. Okay. Both Fluffy Cows for You and Philip Smelly Chair gifted a single sub each. Gloves123 and M5NSX gifted 2 subs each. Internet Famous McCroy gifted 4 subs. Super Blind Man gifted 6 subs just this morning. Thank you so much, Super Blind Man. And over the course of the week, Cliffy Bureau gifted 7 subs. So thanks all you guys for all of your support this week. That is much appreciated. All right. Mr. Tipper cheered again, saying, I understand what you said, but you didn't have to call me a moron. This kind of shit makes you look mad, man. I just your content, man. First of all, that's not English. Second of all, your cheer was one of 2 things. Either you are a moron because you don't understand the difference, or you were trying to goad an answer out of me. So either way, you're an asshole. So either you're an asshole or you're a moron. So which is it, right? And no, I can say whatever I want, especially if you're bringing up stupid shit about my wife who has nothing to do with my stream. I can call you whatever the fuck I want, and you'll take it. And you'll either take it like a man or like a little bitch. So which is it going to be? Right now, it looks like a little bitch. Ooh. Okay, then. Internet Famous McCroy just tipped me $3, says, small clips without context, like why am I toxic, are all over the internet and are hilarious. I think the fact that you've embraced it and owned the memes is a very positive move. Newcomers who first saw your live reactions to games can come here and be welcome. See, I agree, Internet Famous McCroy. And here's the thing. You see a silly meme like, why am I toxic? What does that mean? And then maybe you'll come by to the stream to see if I'm talking about it or how it's part of the stream. No one wants to see a meme insulting someone's wife. You know what I mean? Like, there's a big difference there. It's a difference when it's a silly meme making fun of a streamer versus, wow, it's a meme that's really saying derogatory stuff about someone's family member. What the fuck? You know? A common person is not just going to come by and try to figure out that. They're going to be like, what the fuck is that? I want nothing to do with that. You see what I mean? So there you go. Okay, so I think I've covered everything now. So, oh, by the way, so thank you, Internet Famous McCoy, a $3 tip. I appreciate that. I did add that to the total tips of the day. All right, so thank you guys very much for all your support so far on the stream. Reminder, best way to be supportive is to tip me, so please consider tipping me if you can. If not, any other contributions are greatly appreciated, okay? I'm going to take a very short break here to go use the restroom, and then I'll be right back with the premiere of Shenmue 3. How does that sound? I hope you guys are excited. Again, I don't know how it's going to go. If it feels super old school, it could be hit or miss. I hope you guys will help me, letting me understand the game mechanics and everything. I remember the story. If you remember the end of Shenmue 2, they had gotten to the cave with the medallions. They had used the medallions, and a big mystical magic sword came out and floated. They were like, oh my god. And then the whole game just ends. It's just a super cliffhanger ending. Right? So I guess we're going to see what happens here. All right, someone named Granny Martha tipped me $3 and said something absolutely disgusting. So instead of saying what they said, I'm just going to say thank you, Granny Martha, and put you up on the leaderboard. Top tipper of the day. All right. All right, guys. Thank you. Let's take a very brief break for me to use the restroom, and then I'll be right back with the premiere of Shenmue 3. Thanks. I'll be right back.